and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor.
Yeah,
Today is Monday, May 4th.
You got it? Usually we trade that off. It's Monday, May. Well, you can do it.
Okay. I'll do it. Will is not here today. He's celebrating his anniversary, so happy anniversary to Will and his wife. And go ahead, Pat. I'll let you take it from here.
Yeah, he's married. Big shocker. Stop
I'm
the
stealing
presses.
it now. I'm stealing it now from that outburst. It's May the 4th be with you. So
That's
big
right.
Star Wars Day. And then tomorrow is Taco Tuesday and Cinco de Mayo. So hold on to your margaritas.
Wow. Big
Another
start to
reason
the
for
week.
me to get drunk at my house by myself and just perpetuate my terrible binge of
You're-
shitty health stuff.
You have a roommate. He can watch you drink. It's not yourself.
Hey, Ian, yep, I'm drunk again.
Ian, I need you to stare at me because I'm drinking.
Exactly.
The thing about having a roommate in quarantine, it's like you're alone.
Yeah.
You're alone.
Yeah.
So it's a tough Monday.
But are we even in
What's
quarantine
with it?
anymore? Does anyone even fucking know? Are we supposed to be in
Not
quarantine?
in
I don't
Texas.
know.
No,
I don't
not
know.
in Texas.
I don't know.
I think Wes is doing a coronavirus update. And
Man.
at the last half of the show, I'm going to talk about what we did this weekend. We are not in quarantine in Texas, buddy.
You know what's going to happen? This is going to be like the fucking 8th grade where I'm like a super Catholic and I turn down like 2 or 3 blowjobs I can never get back because I think that God's watching and everyone else is out there is just getting blowjobs left and right. And I'm just like,
So
no, I can't.
what-
God's watching. And then
What lesson did you learn from that?
I don't want to apply that lesson to coronavirus because I still
Go out and get a blowjob in the sun
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Go to a restaurant, get a blowjob in a restaurant tomorrow.
Yeah.
From who?
I don't know.
I'm sure you
but
can figure it out.
You answered your own question with your analogy.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get it going, guys. It has been a minute since we checked in on the rest of the world to see how they are doing with the coronavirus. So this is going to be a little breakdown of how the world and we, the best country in the world, the United States, are doing. First, total cases as of this recording, 3,563,689. Total deaths, 248,146. So, yikes.
That's in the world.
That's in the world. In the U.S., cases almost 1.2 million. U.S. deaths almost 69,000, even though Trump himself said that number could be higher and reach 100,000 by the time it's all said and done. So that's a lot.
Who cares,
that's
really?
not good.
Honestly, who cares?
Pat, you don't care?
Anyone that has a relative.
We
in
still
the
care?
69,000. Anyone that has a relative, friend, family member that works.
I thought we were
as
done caring.
It's a doctor or nurse. No.
Okay.
Not all of us.
Not
Most
us,
of
Pat.
Most of us care.
Yeah.
Still.
Some people don't give a shit, but we still care.
Yeah.
Rounding out the top 3 worst infected countries, Spain, 247,000, over 25,000 deaths. Italy, 210,000, almost 29,000 deaths. So the U.S. is by far the worst hit country by a lot. Of course, some countries could also not be telling us how bad it is, like China, North Korea, and Russia.
Yeah, maybe they're all lying.
Maybe they're all lying. I think they might be. So let's check in on Russia, see how they're doing. Remember back in March, Putin was saying how he thought his fucking country was immune to this thing. Not anymore. 10,633 new cases reported yesterday in Russia.
Yeah, it sounds like that was one day of cases. It doesn't sound like they were holding those cases back, hoping that they weren't fucking positive, and then forced to release them in a flood of positive fucking cases. Doesn't sound like that at all.
Well, it's all about the testing too, like how much testing, because we do. We do a lot more testing in the U.S. than other countries.
What do we need? 5? We need 5 million tests a day or some shit like that. We're never gonna fucking get there. We're never gonna get there. You know what it was supposed to be? It was supposed to be quarantine, stop it, and it's done. That's done. Now it's just fuck it. This is what an old person's life is worth.
It was never supposed to be quarantine and kill it completely. It was supposed to be quarantine to not overwhelm the hospitals.
Yeah.
That was what it was supposed to be, and then kind of like slowly reopen it when the hospitals are not overwhelmed, knowing that it was never going to be done from just like a 4 to 6 week to 10 week to whatever week. I mean, there's 3.5 billion or million people with this thing, and there's not even a lot of testing. There's probably like 20 million people that have the fucking coronavirus in the world or more. It's a monster. It's a monster.
It's a monster, and yeah. So
my freedom is essential, Mark.
Well, that's the argument. I mean, it's. Look,
how far do you let the economy slip?
Yeah.
How
All right,
far do you let people go
10,000
crazy?
cases in Russia.
Yeah, 10,000 cases in Russia. That is the 4th record-breaking day of new cases in a row. So I guess that makes over the past 4 days they've had 40,000 or more new cases.
They're having a tough time in Russia now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're having a tough time.
Pat, it's a long show.
Right. It's a long show. So almost 135 cases there now. Moscow is, of course, the hardest hit. They're claiming that 50% of their cases are asymptomatic and have reported only 1,280 deaths. So maybe it's that the Russian people are stronger and healthier than other parts of the world, or it could be that they are full of shit. Hopefully those numbers are accurate, because we don't want more Russians to die. It just seems odd that their mortality rate is significantly lower than the rest of the top 10 countries. Maybe the key to the vaccine lies within the blood of the Russian people. I don't know. Could be.
It was the vodka argument.
Yeah,
vodka and saunas.
Right,
Like the Polish president, or the Belarusian president, I should say. It was vodka and saunas will kill it.
Yeah,
Imagine
it's full
how
of shit.
sweet a sauna is if you live in an Arctic country.
Yeah, but I'm so much more into steam rooms, to be honest.
Or a
Me
steam
too.
room. But just imagine how much better it would taste to get into a steam room or a sauna if you lived in a really cold place.
I'm a huge fan of like the steam room to the pool, or like like the hot and cold. It's like the salty and sweet type variety for the body. Get in a hot tub even, then jump in the pool, then back and forth. That's a nice little combo there.
Yeah, the saunas and steam rooms in countries like that are like one of their most it's like one of the biggest things they spend
It's a
money
room.
on.
It's a room in the house.
Yeah, it's like a pool in Florida.
Out of the house, probably. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
It's like a pool in Florida. So, so that's what's happening in Russia. Let's move over to Spain, which I mentioned before is the second hardest hit country in the world, over 247 cases, 1,000 cases, over 25,000 deaths. They have finally been released to go outside and exercise after a 7-week lockdown. Spain had the strictest lockdown measures in all of Europe. Basically, stay the fuck inside, don't go outside, you'll be in trouble. But they're still in very strict restrictions, but people older than 14 can now take 1-hour walks with one other person once a day within half a mile of their homes, or they can ride a bike alone in the city. They, of course, still have to wear masks. They're allowed to do this from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m.
I'm laughing because what about the kids under 14? Fuck you.
I don't know. Yeah, they I'm sure they can go out with their parents. The rest of the time they must stay indoors. Elderly people have their own time to go out, which is 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then in the evening from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. So they're still pretty strict over there. But I mean, Jesus, 7 weeks to lockdown.
The whole country's on capture the flag laws. Anyone under 14, you tag them and they have to go back in.
Yeah, I mean, you think they would like kind of maybe reverse those times, because old people like to go out, super early and then
Yeah, most old people are
have
going to be
dinner
asleep
like
between 7 and 9. Was it 7 and 9? 7 to 8 p.m.?
That might be why they did it.
Yeah, could be.
they know they're not.
Yeah, no, you guys have the 10 o'clock slot p.m.
Right.
Okay, we'll try for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Spain. Here
forget.
Here in the U.S., protests are still erupting all over the place as people are becoming more and more restless.
Here we go. This is going to piss Pat off.
Yeah, they can't get their hair cut or get their swole on at the gym or go to the beach. And in California, where the shelter-in-place orders are still in effect with no end in sight, really no time limit. I think that they're the only state where there has not set it. They set an end date yet. Governor Gavin Newsom decided to close down the Orange County beaches after thousands of people didn't give a fuck. They weren't supposed to be there. Around 3,000 protesters gathered together in Huntington Beach, just mere inches from one another, to protest the beach closures. So it's not just southern states like Florida who want their beaches back and who will gather will delay the opening of them to get back the beaches eventually. It's a tactic that seems to be working, I guess.
No, it's everywhere. People are pissed everywhere. They want to be out and about.
How do you deal with this as an American? Like, how are you guys dealing with this as an American? Because the only thing that I am as an American, I'm not a fucking Catholic anymore. I'm not the only thing I identify as an American. And this pisses me off as an American. I'm pissed off as an American about this. I'm not pissed off about protesting. Protesting is awesome. You should do it. It's how you let your government know that you are feeling wronged. There are different ways to fucking do it. And you're cutting off your nose to spite your face. You're protesting against your fucking self, you idiots. And I'm just like, you just look like I have to be American with these guys. These are my fellow fucking Americans. I'm fuck them all. Grab all these motherfuckers up and ship them to Cuba. Ship them.
Yeah, I mean, they probably feel the exact same way about you, Pat.
That's fine. Oh, what is that? What way is that? What way is that? I will sacrifice. I will eat shit. So
that you want to
they
keep them
eat less
inside.
shit?
that you want to keep them inside.
They think that you're gullible and you're susceptible to the government.
Well, guess what? I'm also the same
and that
motherfucker
you're not
that is
constitutional. But look,
take my
there's
taxes. Take my tax money to pay for your shithead dumbass kids to go to fucking school. Take my tax money.
You don't pay taxes. There's come on, let's be honest. But the reason, yes, I'm kind of with you, but there are also, I see their side. Like, you could protest.
You see their side?
With a face mask on. Yeah, I mean, they want to be out of their house. They want to they want to be able to. I can't say that all of them, but they want to be able to live their normal lives, right? Live their normal lives. I think they should do it.
Sure.
I think they should do it responsibly, but...
Well, Mark, we're living their normal lives, so that's the one thing is the argument here is that they think they can fucking, we could live responsibly. We don't need people to parent us. We're smart adults. A, not true. It's crowd mentality. It's not true. But B, even if that were true, what you would do is, just go to you'd go to the store and you'd go home. You wouldn't gather 3,000 strong to fucking protest. You know what you'd do if you wanted to get the message across? You'd try to innovate. You'd come up with a smart way to get people's fucking attention other than literally perpetuating the spread of the virus, the whole reason that you're protesting in the first place.
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't make sense on the surface, Pat, for sure.
My MacBook Pro was not working this morning before the show, and I'm
I like it. I like that you're passionate about it.
I'm angry right now.
It's better. Yeah, I like when you're angry. But anyway, so that's what's happening in California. Again, no end in sight there.
Huntington Beach. Those images really were.
Huntington Beach, yeah.
One
woman had they're going to haunt Pat's dreams.
Huntington Beach, yeah, they can't even fucking get near the good part of LA County. They're in the dog shit part, fucking Inland Empire. You know why?
Now we're knocking on where people live.
I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
They want to be living in fucking Venice Beach, but they can't afford
Pat's
it.
Losing listeners by the minute.
No, Huntington Beach is fine if you're a serious surfer.
They're great people there.
Yeah, great surfing there. One woman's protest picture, Pat, she had a sign that said, "No work, no money, no haircuts." That was her protest sign. So I'm sure you would have loved that one. In Stillwater, Oklahoma, citizens are taking matters into their own hands and using the tried and true tactic of threatening violence against innocent people to get their way. Mayor Will Joyce announced that residents inside the town must wear face masks inside grocery stores and restaurants.
Yeah, we got that here too.
Yep, and the people did not like that. So they threatened to beat the shit out of the store workers who had nothing to do with the order. So less than 24 hours after the declaration took place, the mayor lifted the order to protect the workers from these raging lunatics who really hate masks.
He gave in like Macron, the French president, to the yellow vest, to the orange vest people that were like bullying him. He gave into mob mentality, bullying mentality.
Big
said,
time.
Fine, don't wear masks.
Sure.
He crumbled.
Yeah.
He just crumbled. So
Honestly,
I hate them.
This is where posses need to start posseing up because, like, what we're learning is that the fabric of government is breaking down, and it really is going to be how your community handles it. If you're in Oklahoma and you're pissed off, posse up. Go find someone else with a fucking rifle or handgun. Get in your truck and go posse up. Go deal with it like the government should be dealing with it in your own community because that's who's at fucking risk. Your own community. Posse up.
You want people to go grab their rifles and shoot other people?
No, I didn't say that. I just said posse up. I just said posse up.
All right. Well, it's it's. I hate the masks too, right? It's been the only thing that's
no one wants
me
to
from
wear a fucking mask, but
It's
Watch
the only
El,
thing
watch El
preventing
Prez's
me.
rant. Watch El Prez's emergency press conference that went live last night.
I like
Agreed.
his rant. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But okay, so it's looking like most states will be out of lockdown by June 1st, Pat. Nothing is in place beyond that except for the no end in sight in California status, so we will see. And on top of that, big pile of shit, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo came out Sunday and backed up President Trump's assertion that the virus did come from a lab in Wuhan, saying they have enormous evidence that this is the case. But he also said he does not think it was man-made or genetically modified. Nature just decided to create this bastard in the lab, and it spread from there. So kind of what many of us thought.
Is Nature the last name of a scientist in the lab?
Yeah.
What is it? Nature decided to create this inside the lab? Come on.
That's what they're saying.
They're
saying that it wasn't. They're saying it wasn't man-made. The government is saying this.
Right.
The Pentagon.
It just perfect circumstances that were not man-made or man-controlled inside of a lab happened.
You're buying
They're
this,
saying
Wes?
it wasn't maliciously made, I guess.
Wes, this is the same organization that told us UFOs existed last week, and you fucking scoffed at it. So.
Well, the UFO thing was that I already believed in those. I didn't need them to tell me they were true.
Oh, there you go. He's had some time to think about it.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Not scared of UFOs. So that's what's going on in the U.S., guys. Still crazy. It's getting to the point, you know when you were little and you would go to like a birthday party, a bunch of kids, and the parents would try to organize the event and maintain order, but eventually the kids just wanted to do their own thing, and the parents just said fuck it and let them run amok. That's kind of what the U.S. is getting to now, and the officials are just going to be like, fine, don't blame me if you get sick. You know,
everyone relax. If you got loved ones that are working in the front lines, thoughts and prayers. Hopefully everything's fine. If you're like Pat and you're like us, just try to relax. Like, it's gonna work itself out eventually. I'm gonna start sending Pat these protest things to get back at him for years, like sending me spiders and stuff like that. So I'm gonna start sending him like images of protests to rile him up. That's like what friends do. They make them feel like shit. So I'm gonna start doing that. That's what I'm gonna be doing.
Yeah, real quick on
nice.
this bullshit. Don't do that, or do. I don't care. I don't fucking care anymore. But what I will tell you, Mark, is
stop
this.
caring.
Here's an example, right? Here's an example. Guessing a lot of these fucking shitheads that are out protesting, meat eaters. Just going to throw that out there. That's just my theory.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying I'm guessing a lot of meat like the majority of Americans, right?
So
meat.
Okay, so you're saying they're going to ruin the supply chain?
No. The supply chain's already fucking ruined.
Yeah.
Because people are getting sick who are handling your fucking meat. And guess what?
Right.
There's an example of how you protesting, not protesting, giving a shit, not giving a shit. This thing is real. Here's an example of how real it is. The reason you're not going to be able
Everyone
to get
knows
fucking
it's
meat.
real. I was at the grocery store today. There's plenty of meat at the grocery store.
Just wait, bro.
Yeah, there's plenty of meat at the grocery store.
Butterfly
You are
effect.
the king of allowing for protests. It seems like you want only protests to be for things you're interested in.
No.
Are we moving on to the next story?
Yeah, that was a long one. We're
Yeah.
17 minutes
Let's
in.
get it moving. I'd love to hear Pat complain more, but it turns out we were bamboozled, guys. We were hoodwinked, deceived, duped, outwitted, fooled, misled, and swindled. And that's because Kim Jong-un is not dead. Yeah. He's not.
Yeah. Had a feeling.
Another fun one. He's so not dead that South Korea is reporting he never even had surgery. The reports from several major U.S. media outlets were that he was dead or like a permanent like vegetative state from a botched heart surgery. That was a swindle, guys. In fact, now it's widely rumored that he was holed up with upwards of 2,000 women who are nicknamed the Pleasure Squad and are sex entertainers or sex slaves of his. So he was just having the time of his life, guys. Wasn't laying in a hospital bed listening to his sister with like one eye half open, telling the doctor to kill him at all. He was he was on his back getting serviced by 2,000.
He's like he's like Tyrion Lannister, Lamar Odom. He's just having a good time.
2,000 women.
Yeah.
What?
Good Lord.
I
mean, I don't blame him.
How is he like Lamar Odom?
Because he went to the bunny ranch.
Because he went to the bunny ranch.
He almost died in the bunny ranch.
At the bunny ranch.
He was just at the bunny ranch for like a week straight, eating Skittles and like getting blowjobs and then
popping penis pills.
Yeah. A top South Korean official went as far to say, like I mentioned earlier, that Kim Jong-un did not have any surgery at all, or any medical procedure at all. Apparently, he was at like a luxury resort hotel with just 2,000 women and security to avoid the coronavirus. Is the rumor now, like which we brought up, but that's looking like the most likely scenario. Maybe he heard that you can't catch it from having sex like Pat did, so he just was having sex the whole time.
I mean, he wins quarantine now. He's officially.
Are you kidding?
He wins.
It's not even close.
How do you make sure you don't impregnate a bunch of these women, though? Like, that's...
Well, he doesn't care about that.
I don't think he's worried about it.
You don't think he cares?
No.
No. He's not worried about paying child support or what his parents might think or anything like that.
Right.
Pat,
No, they become... yeah, he probably has like 1,000 kids.
Yeah.
The Pleasure Squad...
That's dangerous when you're royalty.
Is it?
He's not royalty. He's a fucking
he's a dictator.
piece of shit dictator.
Yeah, he gets to pick which kid he wants to succeed him. Like,
yeah.
The Pleasure Squad began during the reign of North Korea's founder, Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-un's grandfather, who is still considered the country's eternal president, even though he died of a heart attack, probably from sleeping with the Pleasure Squad too much back in 1994. Just dropped dead one day.
Do you think there's like an old prostitute who is from the original Pleasure Squad who's still around?
God. No, she might be like recruiting, but
No, I bet she's still around. I bet that's like an old one who's still got her job, and it's like, I used to suck on your grandfather.
94 is a long time ago, but I don't know. Maybe it could be.
Yeah.
It was a big weekend though for Kim Jong Un, as the sex resort rumors circulated, and then on Saturday it was reported by North Korea that he made his first public appearance when he attended the completion of a fertilizer plant north of Pyongyang, and he just cut a ribbon to raucous chanting of his name and was seen smiling from ear to ear. Like, I mean, I thought my quarantine was pretty privileged, but no shit, this guy was smiling ear to ear.
Yeah, he's cutting ribbons.
Yeah. He's the best time.
Oh my God.
He's making Hugh Hefner look like a gentleman. Kim was seen in photographs smiling and talking to aides at the ribbon cutting ceremony, and that led like people to say, you know, well, is he alive? We see these photos. So the U.S. Analyzed it, and one U.S. official said on Saturday that the current analysis is that, yes, they are legitimate. And then taking it to the internet, President Donald Trump said, I, for one, am glad to see he is back and well. And it's the pictures of him cutting the fucking giant ribbon, smiling to a huge crowd.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. He was also accompanied by senior North Korean officials, inclusive of his younger sister, Kim Yo-jong. And maybe he's just like grooming her so he can retire and hang out with the pleasure squad. Maybe that's like what's going on there. Who knows? And
That's
also,
what I'd be doing.
Yeah. Lastly,
I'd
on
be
Sunday,
constantly grooming my sister to take over
take
if
over.
I had the pleasure squad.
Yeah, exactly. And on Sunday,
ready yet?
To round off his weekend, North Korea fired gunshots at the wall of a South Korean guard post in the demilitarized zone. The South Korea did fire back, according to their military. And Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said he thinks the North fired their shots accidentally and that neither side's firings resulted in any loss of life, as far as they could tell, which is good. So to recap, Kim Jong-un emerged from a sex resort of 2,000 sex slaves with a huge smile on his face, cut a ribbon at a new fertilizer plant while being cheered, and then had his guys fire over shots at South Korea saying, hey, I'm back, bitches. So no one had a better weekend.
Nobody.
Not on Earth.
Jesus.
How's that make you feel, Pat?
I like it.
I mean, it's hard. That's a hell of a weekend.
I'm a big fan.
He's a scumbag.
What did the internet have to say about that?
There's Donald Trump's comment. I already read it.
Okay, guys. This next one's absolute. Well, where did mine go? Uh-oh, it didn't get pasted right. That's okay. I started reading Wes's. Don't love that. All right, this is the whole thing here. Hang tight. Just hang tight.
I was wondering why your name things were blank next
What
to your name.
happened here? I don't know. Well, you remember I said I had those computer problems. Oh, God damn it.
You should scroll down and read it from the bottom. I see it.
Oh, you see it? Where
Scroll
did it
down a
go?
couple pages. It's in the bottom.
Oh.
Keep scrolling. Cut this. In the shithead corner, yeah?
Yeah, I wish that was it. God, I wish that was it.
All right, well, I'm just going to do my story.
Do yours,
No,
Wes.
no. Let's cut this.
All right.
Find
All right.
it, Pat.
So I pasted it in.
Is that biscuits?
Sell.
Oh.
I'll have to cut this in the video, too. The audio on the video.
Well, no. Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
you want to
yeah.
you want to sink it. It's going to be a hard sink.
No, it's just chop a minute out. 2
No,
minutes
but
out.
the sink will get off.
All right, let's do it. No, what?
Found it.
In the video?
I found it.
It's one file. You're just cutting a part of it out.
Yeah, agreed. I found it.
But you want to cut it out of the video, too.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Unless you want the YouTube people to see all this. This is ridiculous.
Good radio. All right, guys.
Okay.
Tiger King star and probable murderer Carol Baskin has given her first official interview since the Tiger King dropped. Problem is, Baskin was tricked into thinking she was being interviewed by Jimmy Fallon for The Tonight Show, when it was actually just YouTuber Josh Peters tricking celebrities into thinking it was Fallon, and they got Carol Baskin somehow. Not sure how, but essentially what they did is they've done this before, but they emailed a ton of celebrities saying that they were like a third-party production company working with The Tonight Show to figure out Zoom interviews, see if they wanted to do an interview with Jimmy Fallon. And then when they got Baskin, well, I guess they emailed Baskin a number of times. She kept saying no. She was like, no. She had a canned response. I like how there's a cat in your frame right now, Mark. She had a canned response. And then they got back to her and they said, well, we're not going to talk about Tiger King. We're just going to talk about cats, to which Baskin said no again. But then they tried a third time and she finally came back. And what they
This
did...
doesn't surprise me, Pat. This doesn't surprise me. You were trying to give her a little bit of credit. This is the same woman who did a documentary and then looked like to the entire world she was a murderer. So
Yeah.
she's a little bit stupid. She's a little bit gullible.
That's very true. And they definitely gulled her because pretty much when she dialed into this call, Jimmy Fallon wasn't there. They couldn't see Fallon. It was a black screen. They said, you're not going to be able to see Jimmy because he's doing like he's got the real camera, but you can hear him. And they just built a Jimmy Fallon soundboard of him asking about cats.
He's like the masked magician face.
Yep. Anyway, they crushed
awesome.
her. They didn't ask her any questions about murdering her husband because Jimmy Fallon hasn't probably ever asked a guest about murdering their husband. Because again, they could only use clips of things that Jimmy's.
Well,
already
did he
asked.
ever interview OJ? He could have reversed it.
You could probably get OJ, but I feel like OJ's this close from just telling anyone that he murdered.
Did you
his
kill
wife.
your spouse?
Yeah.
Anyway, Jimmy Fallon doesn't have the balls to ask those
It's a pretty great video. I recommend checking it out. But Carol Baskin, first interview, kind of a snoozer. But the fact that they tricked her, pretty awesome.
Did you listen to the interview?
Yeah, it was great.
There? What does he say? Like, hi, it's me, Jimmy. Carol.
Yes,
like,
right.
No. There's no Carol. It's just, hey, we're so glad to have you on the show.
Oh no! And she fell for it.
What does that thing eat?
Yeah. Are you guys doing okay?
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Best part is
All right.
her daughter was the one that convinced her to do the Fallon interview. Her daughter was like, you should totally do it, Mom.
That's awesome.
She just needs to stop talking and just go away before something bad happens. Probably.
Yeah, that's the last time. That's the last time for her, I would imagine.
Yep. All right, guys. This next one is absolutely terrifying. So we've talked about before, I am a true sufferer of sphaxophobia.
What the fuck is that?
It's the fear of wasps. They're bees, wasps, hornets. I have been my whole life. I can't enjoy picnics, can't eat outside on patios where there are bees. I'm just a big giant pussy. It's gotten better. I can deal with the honeybees now, but anything else, I'm very scared. And now the king of my fears, the Asian giant hornet, Vespa mandarinia magnifica, a.k.a. the yak killer, a.k.a. the murder hornet, has arrived here in the United States.
Yeah, I saw that. They're calling it the murder hornet.
Yep, I just said that. Yep.
No, I know. Yeah, I'm more just saying it again because it's hard to believe.
I think this is the one. This is not good because I think this is the same giant wasp. It's like red that went to like the UK a week or so ago, and now it's making its way down to the US. This wasp was just going wherever the fuck it wants. Nothing is slowing it down. It's taking out honeybees and just ripping their heads off and destroying their. And then it can also, in some cases, kill like young people or unhealthy people. It's kind of like a shitty version of the coronavirus, and it stings you. Yeah.
Yep, that's what it. Yeah, exactly, Mark. It's even if you're not allergic to it, if you get stung by it enough, it can kill you. That's how potent its venom is, and
Fuck these wasps.
Its stings are extremely painful. They are extremely aggressive when you get near their hives. They can fly at 25 miles per hour. They're over 2 inches long.
It's like Usain Bolt.
They're enormous. They're like, they're bigger than a fucking quarter.
I think
they're just
Bolt's
huge.
faster than 25 miles an hour, right?
Barely. He's like
28.
27. Yeah, 20. Yeah, I mean, still. That's like, it could, Usain Bolt's not dusting those things. They're keeping up with them.
It can run down 99.99% of the population in the world.
Right.
So,
by the way, I would watch that TV show. Usain Bolt running from a murder wasp.
You just have not super famous, but like really athletic, like college athletes running from bees. Like, that'd be pretty good.
We've kidnapped Usain Bolt and have forced him to run from these hornets. That'd be amazing.
Fox would be interesed.
Oh, of
I'm
course.
sure.
Remember
I'm
when
sure
the
they
bear,
would be.
the guy who was at the time the best hot dog eater before Joey Chestnut?
Kobayashi?
Yeah, Kobayashi took on a bear and hot dogs, and the bear was eating 20 hot dogs at a handful.
Yeah.
Just destroyed him.
Well, every now and again we get to just a ridiculous level of entertainment, and I love it.
Fuck these wasps though.
Yeah. So yeah, like you were saying, Mark, they decimate honeybees. They can kill, like, just a few of them can kill an entire hive of honeybees. Like you said, they chop off their heads. They eat the larva. That's what they feed on. They're meat eaters, so they eat the bee larva. And then honeybees are already in trouble enough right now. So this is not good. So far they're only in Washington State. That's where they've been spotted so far. Where these hives have been. Someone just comes across a hive and there's just like a murder scene of just dead bees with their heads chopped off.
They were in the UK for the first time a week ago, and they're already here. And then someone added us last week when we did the story and said they're in Tennessee or somewhere else. Like already, like these things will go wherever they want to go.
Well, so far what I'm seeing, it's only in Washington State.
Yes, I saw that too. But they're going to migrate. They're not going to stay. They're not going to stay in Seattle and drink coffee.
They're going to thrive in Texas. They're going to be so at home in Texas.
We know it. Yeah,
they're going to be so at home in Texas.
One of them in your house. I saw a video. Also, Google a video of this giant like Asian wasp sting, and there's this guy who like gets stung by things, and he gets stung by one on purpose. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, that guy's crazy.
Yeah,
I love that guy. He wears the hat. Yeah. Anyway, so basically, we have to eradicate these things. It's our only hope. It's the honeybee's only hope. So if you see one, if you're in Washington State or anywhere else, they're pretty easy to spot. They're the biggest thing you've ever seen in your life, and they're a hornet. So you gotta call the authorities. They will go and take care of the nests. So it's a small window that we have to eradicate these things.
Oh my God, they call it the slaughter phase. It's like a mode in their hornetdom where they go into slaughter phase and just take care of all the honeybees.
That's where they are right now. They're in the slaughter phase.
They're in the slaughter phase. It's like summer to fall is the slaughter phase. So they're setting out traps to try to catch the queens before they can build new nests. It's fucked. So not good news for anyone suffering from sphexisophobia or whatever, the sphexisophobia like I am. Just terrible news.
Nice. Yeah, hopefully they don't come to Texas, but we all know they will.
They're on their way.
It's 2020. One guy was having an awesome quarantine, not as good as Kim Jong-un's, but a great time nonetheless, until the man, as in like the law, came and ruined it for him. Let me ask you guys, as a child, where is one of the best places you can think of to like have the entire place to yourself?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Very good answer. Pat, you got it.
Man, that's a good one. Like a minor league baseball or Orioles stadium, a minor league baseball stadium, someplace you could like hang in.
I love that. I love both of those. Well, a 42-year-old Alabama man, Richard McGuire, was arrested for camping at Walt Disney World's Discovery Island, a theme park island, after spending multiple days there camping. And he was the only person there.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Walt Disney World and Disneyland parks have been closed through the coronavirus outbreak, obviously, in the U.S. and I'm sure other countries as well. But this particular island, which used to be called Treasure Island, has been closed to the public since 1999. So it used to be like a zoo, and then it didn't do well, and they closed it down. So there's all these like abandoned buildings and wildlife, and it's just an island. On Thursday, Orange County Marine deputies spotted the man and told him to get the fuck off the island from a public address system. So they just got on the loudspeakers and were like, get out of here. Apparently, to get to the island, you have to pass several no trespassing signs, and as well as 2 levels at least of like gates with barbed wire. So the man clearly ignored those signs and the PA system telling him to scram, and instead he hid on the island when he heard that message. So he didn't want to go. Yeah,
that's a lot of fun.
I know Disney owns an island like in the Caribbean. Where is this one exactly?
This is in Florida. It's like right next to Disney World. It was part of Disney World. It's a couple miles away, but they closed it down. Deputies, so then they had to go get him because he wouldn't leave. So they had to search for the man on foot, by boat, and by helicopter. They eventually found the man hiding inside one of the buildings, like one of the apartments, and he claimed not to have heard the helicopters or megaphones because he was asleep. He didn't mention if he'd heard the PA system earlier in the day that made him run into a building, and he said that he was just camping for a week and then he was going to leave, and it was a tropical paradise and something he always wanted to do. The island was mainly a tropical zoo. When it was in operation, it had over 130 species of animals, mostly birds, but it also had Galapagos tortoises and ring-tailed lemurs and a bunch of other cool things. So yeah, I mean, he just fucking went for it. He just decided to like make the island his until he got caught.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
man. You know, when we were talking about where we would choose to be like locked in quarantine, like that one guy was locked in, I forget where he was. None of us said like I thought Walgreens, like a pharmacy, is the perfect place. Like a Walgreens, CVS. You got your booze, you got your food, you got all the pills you could possibly want.
Yeah, that's what I want to do during coronaviruses. Get on a bunch of uppers.
I'm just saying,
got
that'd be
downers,
better than a restaurant, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it would be good. You're right. I would like to take some pills and go to this island. I think that
Yeah, no shit.
So he was eventually charged with the misdemeanor trespassing and warned not to return to any Walt Disney World properties. But what do you think this guy was doing out there on the island? Like, do you think he was getting drunk by himself?
I bet he's like a child, man. I bet he's probably smoking a ton of dope and just like adventuring all day. I mean, it's probably fucking awesome.
Okay.
He probably thinks he's Robinson Crusoe or something.
I hope I'm into that. You don't think he was into animal stuff, do you?
What do you mean, like banging him?
Like fucking animal?
I mean, like, yeah. I mean, my mind didn't go there right away, but it went there at some point when researching this and thinking, why is he there? You know,
I think like you give a guy a lot of credit saying, hey, you don't think he's into animal stuff. Like, even if you're into animal stuff, you got to find an animal that's not going to rip your cock off if you try to stick it in that animal. It's not just easier. Not just a free for all. Just because you're into animal stuff, you can find a willing party.
I mean,
there's easier ways to fuck an animal, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, but I would still say, like, do a little research. Like, if he's homeless or, like, in between, like, transient, then I completely get this. He was having a great time, case closed, move on. But if this guy's a homeowner, I think they should probably review the tapes a little bit.
Yeah, check the tapes.
Check the tapes. If this guy's a homeowner and he was out there by himself for a week, check the tapes.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
More importantly, why does Disney just have an abandoned island? That's so selfish of them.
Because I know they have so much fucking money. Yeah, I know. Well, this is apparently like every once in a while, explorers go to this island and just like fucking do heroin or whatever and take
There's
pictures.
like pedophile zombies living there.
Yeah, exactly. They're just like crack babies that raise themselves. Yeah. Oh God.
All right, guys. In the shithead corner, women dressed as healthcare workers are taking people's packages from the homes and porches of residents in Washington State. Pretty cool, huh? These evil opportunists are showing us that needing to support your opioid addiction doesn't believe in quarantining, and they've been caught on surveillance cameras wearing scrubs and lanyard ID badges, dressed as nurses as they're ripping packages from the front doorsteps of people's homes. One package stolen Wednesday was taken from the home of an actual nurse and law enforcement officer.
Oh, come on.
Something that they needed. So very nice work, guys. All right, kicking it over to the jacked up dudes corner. Halfbor Bjorgsen, a.k.a. The Mountain from Game of Thrones, set a new deadlifting world record, when he deadlifted 1,104.5 pounds on Saturday.
Jesus.
And then he probably took a huge shit.
Ton.
That's more than half a ton, Pat.
For those of you guys who don't care about gains, not me, but some of you guys, a deadlift is the one where you bend over a barbell and lift it up to your waist while your bros yell at you about the gains that you're getting. And that's exactly what happened in the Mountain. He crushed this fucking deadlift. Bjorgsen said on Instagram, "I have no words. What an amazing day. One I will remember for the rest of my life. Unfortunately, based on statistics, there's just no way that's going to be a very long time. Sad, but true."
Oh.
Damn, yeah. No, if I even attempted, you're right, though. If I even attempted to lift.
Those giant humans don't live that long. They just don't.
they
He's
don't.
so big. His poor heart. If I even attempted to lift half that, I would shit my intestines out of my ass.
Yeah.
Which happens. It was definitely one of those deadlifts where the like you're just amazed at how much it bends the bar. Like the bar is just like a
Physics, you shouldn't be able to do it. Yeah.
It's a special bar, yeah. You know how many people are gonna like throw their backs out, getting back into like that workout? What's that workout? The
CrossFit?
big popular, CrossFit. Getting back into CrossFit was in this quarantine. So many people are going to be in the hospital.
You like to think about that, don't you, Wes? Because you're not getting
injuries.
back or just into CrossFit.
I'm not. I think CrossFit's dangerous. That's why I don't do it, Pat.
Dangerous how?
Yeah.
Dangerous how? You're not supposed to be doing those exercises unless you're training for the fucking Olympics.
It's CrossFit and bungee jumping that Wes doesn't do.
Yeah, it's
That's
CrossFit, groups of
Mountain
unsupervised teenagers, wasps.
It's dangerous. All right, guys. You know what's better than hurting yourself in CrossFit? Winning money by betting on politics at predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20. Get 20 free bucks on us. Quarantine is officially over here in Austin, so we will be getting back in the studio very soon. That means our pick show will be coming back with Money Marv, Big Thicket, The Hammer, and myself, Stakes. So get that account started. We will tell you how to grow it. Predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20. Let's look at the market of will Jesse Ventura run for president by June 1st. So we talked about this a little bit last week. I think this crazy bastard is going to run. Right now you can get that yes at around 50 cents. Last week he joked about it, saying he was going to test the waters. This weekend he officially joined the Green Party in Minnesota. So it looks like it may be a half-assed run, but I think he's going to throw his name in the hat. What do you guys think?
I think so.
100%. He would have joined the Green Party.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Also, has
double your
anyone
money.
seen his haircut as of late? The body's haircut is fucking fierce. And because he has balded all the way to just the back ring of his male pattern baldness, but he's let that back ring grow long, and he's dyed it platinum blonde. It's really impressive.
He's a badass human. I mean, he's something else.
He's a sexual tyrannosaurus.
Yeah, he is. He's only 68 years old, too. So he's much younger than Trump and Biden. 68. I mean, if we get to see Jesse Ventura, Trump, and Biden on the same stage, I mean, it's gonna be fucking incredible. That's what I'm hoping for. So, predict
The body, honestly,
promo.
after watching, sorry to interrupt you, but after watching Trump win the presidency, the body could just as easily win the presidency.
Sure, absolutely.
Just as easily. In the same way that Schwarzenegger could win the presidency if he was legally allowed to.
It's almost a lock. Hang on, it's almost a lock. Let's talk about that bet. Jesse Ventura at 1 cent to win the presidency.
That's good. You know?
I mean, the body. Tell me you put the body and Trump on fucking stage. Tell me you put those two on stage and you tell me that the body's not going to win that debate and then eventually the presidency.
Well, you know that Schwarzenegger would have wanted to run too if he was a U.S. citizen.
Oh, absolutely.
And then you could have got the body, Schwarzenegger, Trump. You could have had all these guys up there.
He's the weakest man in the room if those guys are all in the room.
Trump?
Yeah. You put the body in there?
Most guys are weaker than Jesse the Body Ventura and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, there's some impressive men. So that's it. Predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20. And that is it for the news. We didn't do too bad. That was 42 minutes. So, Will's not here to keep us on
less
track.
than that, so we started late, and we have to cut the gap. Yeah.
Right.
It was like 37 minutes.
Yeah, we need Will back here to whip us into shape. So
the first story was like 17 minutes.
It was. It was very.
I apologize about that. I got a little bit upset.
No, we love it.
Yeah.
It's great.
You don't have to apologize to us. Just steer clear of your DMs the next couple of days. What do you guys? What did you guys do this weekend?
Sorry for
That's
having
gonna be erasing voicemails.
Yeah.
Sorry for having an opinion.
What did you guys do this weekend?
You want me to?
I saw Wes's pictures. Yeah, we're moving on to some creative stuff, like hanging out.
Oh,
I saw Wes's pictures. Where were you?
Yeah, I went to one of the lady and I's clients offered to let us go to this private community river deal, or down by the Blanco River. So we went down there with the little guy and the dogs, and it was awesome. It was
nice.
Yeah, it was awesome. There wasn't many people there because it was private. You had to have a key to get in.
Not a person in sight, to be honest. Yeah.
No, there was a max of 50 people there throughout the whole stretch, and the dogs just loved it. That the water was only max of 5 feet deep in the deepest spot, but my one dog is limping his ass off today because he ran so hard and was just having such a good time. But yeah, it was awesome.
Did you get in the water?
Fuck yeah, I got in the water. Yeah, we were in the water all day. We were there for 4 hours. Yeah, it was awesome. Great day. Saturday.
Anything else you did this
Nothing
weekend?
else. Nothing.
Pat, what
else.
about you?
I did what I do every Friday, which I go to the liquor store. I get a bottle of bourbon, 2-liter Coke, drink that whole thing, and then sleep most of the day on Saturday, and then Sunday, man.
What did you do?
Not,
Did you get,
not a lot.
Did you get bit by a bunch of fire ants before the
No,
show?
I saw my old dog.
Oh, God.
Hung out
That
with my old
explains a lot.
dog.
Nice.
I ended up drinking
bittersweet.
14 Coca-Colas this weekend.
Oh, that's Gas City.
Yep. I would
Burpee
be
guy.
playing the new fucking Call of Duty, but I have a 99+ hour update. So I don't really want to talk about my weekend. How was your weekend, Mark?
Well, I started the weekend off by seeing you guys in person. So you did that this weekend, Pat, on
I
Friday.
sold you
which was
weed.
nice.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. It was nice. We hung out. We met at the Austin HQ for a couple hours. We took some pictures and finalized the first Barstool Top Comments of the Week show from the Stoolies commenting on the blog. So that was a good start to the weekend. Then I went to the baby pool later that day once the comment section show was pretty much done, which you helped finish up. So thank you, Pat, while I was in the pool. And then Saturday was a big day. So, drinking in the pool on Friday evening, that was fun. Saturday, got up and cleaned for 2 hours like an idiot in the house, and then went to Walmart and spent way too much money and time there. There's probably about 500 people inside the fucking store. I'm getting pictures from Wes of like this canyon and lake with no human in sight, and I'm waiting in a line for a 1 in 1 out like I'm at a popular nightclub, but it was just to get in because there were too many people in the Walmart, and not everyone was wearing masks, and they didn't care. And then after I got home from that, I went back to the baby pool, which is like an adult. It's a family-sized plastic pool that costs like $30.
Can I ask you about this?
Yeah. Yeah.
So one thing I love about you, Mark, is that you budget your time. You're always thinking about things. You're always thinking about the next thing. Just the way your brain works. It's like a mathematical
math. Yeah.
Right.
Hours and time. Sure.
But there seems to be like a real urgency on your part to get into the baby pool at what I would perceive to be a little bit early on a Friday, and it's a pattern I'm noticing.
3:30 p.m.
You want to be in the baby pool by 2:00, and if you you start getting really, you get really like angry and like kind of like.
That makes sense. The guy that you can't get in touch with all weekend is you, but me going to the baby pool at 2:30 on a Friday.
No. Yeah. I don't have beef with it. I'm just curious. What is it about you having to be there in by 2? It's like clocking in. Like what's the mode?
It's to get sun, dude. It's to get sun. The sun goes down at like 7:30. Your best sun hours are from like 3 to 6. So the mood is get in the fucking pool while the sun's out. That's the mood.
I feel that.
Are you serious? But so I got to do two days of pool sun, which was really nice. Which is why I was in a good mood until 30 seconds ago.
No. I was just curious. What's the process like?
The process is you blow up the pool and you go in the pool.
All right, yeah, I'm into that.
Just before dark, because it's not like it's a nice pool.
I've been there.
It's an above
It's delightful.
ground. Yeah, it's amazing, but it's an above ground plastic pool, so it's not like, oh, let's go night swimming under the grotto with the lights. No, it's a plastic pool. You go out there and you get hammered and you drink while
we could drag a light out there.
Yeah, I'd rather not. I like the thing I got going on.
Mosquitoes come out.
Yeah, exactly. But I think I'm going to have to move from Austin, guys. There's just too many people out here. Corona or not, the roads were full on Saturday. The Walmarts were full. I'm getting sick of people in general.
Yep.
We got noodles for the pool, too, and nice new insulated giant cups to have ice cold.
This is what I'm talking about. I kind of want to hear. I kind of want to hear what the mode is over there. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so you get these giant insulated mugs that we got from a Walmart, and you put like vodka in your mixer in, and then you go out and you play like the entire Weeknd's new album on the speaker, and you're in the pool, and then you're drinking this vodka and whatever, and you're getting sun, and then you're listening to the Weeknd, and then you got your legs up on the noodles, and then that's kind of the thing.
How many vodkas before you start peeing in the pool, or does that not happen?
Doesn't happen. I just pee in the backyard.
It's too small.
Just pee in the backyard. Yeah, I mean, it's essentially like a giant
It's
bath.
too noticeable if you do it in something that small.
Yeah, you could like heat up the pool. Then it becomes a heated pool. Yeah. And then Sunday, let me finish this up. Sunday, we moved one of the extra mattresses out to the living room and wedged it against the couch and brought out all the pillows and blankets in the house and made like a fort, and then watched The Dark Knight Rises on Sunday night. And I read all the news stories from my fort.
That's awesome.
Pretty good.
Yeah, you guys have some relaxation going on over there.
Yeah.
It sounds nice.
I don't know why everyone doesn't just buy a $30 plastic pool and put it in their backyard.
I bought one.
I can't because I have dogs and they will destroy it, and they shit in the backyard. But I would if I could.
I took a page out of your book, Mark, and I got a pool and I filled it up, and I didn't get in it. I didn't get in it.
Why?
I don't know why. Maybe I'm a miser. That could be it.
Here's the obstacle. If you don't like filling it up every time, that is the main obstacle of entry for baby pools. It's a pain in the butt to fill it up every time and blow it up every time, but once you get past that, it's amazing.
Yeah. Certainly not good for the environment either, but
it was pretty easy to fill up. I should have gotten in there. I just looked at it.
Yeah, why are you going all the way to the step of buying it, setting it up, filling it up, and then not getting in it?
Because what am I going to get in there by myself?
Yes.
And just hang out in a pool by myself?
Yeah, turn on the speaker. Yeah, and get some sunlight and soak in the rays with your favorite pair of sunglasses and your favorite CD. Put on Sublime, smoke a joint, and lay back in the fucking pool. What are you kidding?
I'll just wonder what you guys are doing, though.
That.
Pat, I'll join you.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah,
if
when
you get
quarantine's
one.
over, I'll get in the pool with you. What are you, nuts?
All right, cool. I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that was the weekend update.
Okay, well, let's jump over. We got some. We got some thank yous to do. Thank you. Got to give a big shout out and thank you to Marine helicopter mechanic John Hawkins and the helicopter light attack training crew 303, aka Atlas. They train all the Huey and Cobra pilots and crew chiefs for the Marines. So a pretty badass job, if you ask me, and obviously very important. And John reached out to us and said, "Hey guys, love the show. Want to pay you back for getting me through the day, even though we should be paying him back for allowing us to do this job and for his service. But we like gifts, so he sent us some amazing beer steins. I'm gonna hold mine up to the camera. There it is.
Oh,
Boom,
wow,
there's
that's
one
pretty.
Baby.
Yeah. There's another side of it. Atlas.
Ooh, yeah, girl.
I mean, it is fucking. These things are high. This is the nicest beer sign I've ever owned in my life. It's amazing. He also sent us some squadron patches. We got squadron patches. Boom. He also sent us each a coin, which I already gave to my son, and he absolutely fucking loves. So many thanks to John.
You gave your coin to your son. You didn't give mine or Mark's or Will's.
No. I still got to give. I gave Mark. I gave Mark his stuff.
I got my entire setup, Pat. He dropped it off because we live across the street. Yeah.
I'll give you yours whenever you want it. You can pick it up, or I'll drop it off next time over there. I need to mail Will his stuff. So many thanks to John and all the servicemen and women out there.
Yes,
thank you for your service. But it got us thinking. It got me thinking. We like fan mail, and these patches are pretty fucking awesome. So we would love your patch if you have one. If you're a fan of the show and are a member of a positive organization, police force, EMT, a fucking rock climbing group, beer drinking club, anything that is cool and not racist, we would like your patch. It doesn't have to be military. I mean, great if it is. But if you're a fan of the show and have a patch, we want it.
If it's racist, but so subtle that we don't know that it's racist, we're gonna figure it out.
If you can sneak the racism past us, yeah. We'll it might be put up behind us, and you can snicker at us and be like, they put that racist ass patch up. But yeah, we want to start a patch collection, and hopefully maybe we can display it around the studio. I didn't
know the 666 Club was Satanists.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
I've never heard that word before.
To make a joke.
Better be good.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah,
there's a lot of we know for a fact based on interactions and DMs, the stickers we've sent out in the past that there are a lot of clubs, organizations that we have fans in. So please send us your swag. We will put it up in the display in the studio.
I'm gonna set up a PO box this week, so Pat doesn't have to deal with all the mail coming right to his house if it starts to be that way. I think it's just might be a little safer. Who knows? But we'll get the address out to you.
You think people hate us that much?
No. I think people are pranksters, and I think that dead fish might show up at Pat's door.
Does Dave's unboxing have a PO box that he picks it up from?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. If he's fine, I think
he has
we'd
a building.
Okay.
That's true.
He has a building. It's very different.
He gets 1,000 times the mail we'd ever get. So I think
that's true.
I think it's safe.
We'll send it to your address, your home address there, Mark, and then
we'll send it all to you.
Bring it on.
Couple things before we go. Apple, what the fuck is wrong with you? You switched over to USB-C, the USB-C connection instead of USB-B or USB 3 whatever
does
the
that
fuck
mean?
it was. You remember? Okay, so the most common USB connection that you know about, the one that like is the most common, the one that's on your computer and on everyone's computer. Apple 3 years ago switched over to USB-C, which is the little tiny cute little guy. Except
It's smaller.
No one else fucking switched over to USB-C. So we're stuck with this goddamn fucking connector that no one uses, which causes me to literally have to buy $500 worth of goddamn adapters. Apple, it didn't work, and you need to make a public apology. Also, Sony and fucking Activision, stop updating Call of Duty with like a 99 gigabyte fucking update every fucking week. It's like I went off the Call of Duty train for a couple weeks. I'm back on it. I go to fucking play. 99-hour update. I'm looking at a 99-hour
There's
update.
no way. That's because we're on other internet and stuff. It's gonna it'll be 5 hours max.
It's unacceptable. Also to you, Black Magic, your Ultra Studio Pro sucks. I've bought 3 of these motherfuckers. They're $175 a piece. $175 a piece for an HDMI capture card. It's a thing so I can take an HDMI feed into my computer, right? I've used these on fucking big ass streams before, and one of them started working. I said, "Oh, that's fucking that's an outlier. That sucks." The other one stopped working. My third one today stopped working. You piece of fucking shit bastards! You're charging $175 for a little piece of box. You need to fix it, Black Magic. You piece of fucking human shit.
You went for 3 after the first 2.
Why do you think I got 3?
Fool me once,
Wes?
shame on you.
Wes.
Fool me 3 times.
Wes.
I publicly
What?
bashed a couple.
Why do you think we got 3? Why do you think I have 3? You think I got 3 because I bought one and it broke, then I bought another and it broke, and bought another and it
That's
broke?
what I was hoping you.
No,
you would
no,
say.
that's not why it was. And so we had a
You
fucking
bought them 3 at once. Okay.
Yes, 3 cameras at the same time, idiots.
That
for,
makes
for you
sense.
guys.
makes
That's
sense.
gonna do it for Hard Factor.
You got a high hit list. Do you have? Is there anything nice you want to say about any
I want the
companies
Hive. The Hive's great.
Okay.
Love the Hardo Hive. You guys are awesome.
enough.
Sorry I got angry. Sorry if I called anyone out about where they live or whatever. Everyone's a fucking good human.
I don't think they.
But
You were fine.
Yeah.
all right, yeah.
Is that going to do it for Hard Factor?
That's gonna do it for Hard Factor, guys. Thanks so much for listening. We'll be back on tomorrow's show. Make sure to shoot him a tweet with a happy anniversary if you can. I think that's all. Oh, buy some fucking merch. Give us a 5-star review. We'll be reading 5-star reviews on Wednesday and Friday. Here's the deal: if it's 5 stars, we'll read it, no matter how mean, silly, or stupid, or kind. Mark.
I got something. So the new comment show. Check it out.
The comment show.
And send us comments, either of yours that you leave on Barstool blogs or of ones you think are funny, because we are going through them, every day and trying to find the funniest comments. But every week, once a week, we're picking the top 5 comments of the week. So if you think there's a contender, send it to us.
Right.
Make sure we can find it. Reference the title of the blog.
That's it. Yeah, title of the blog in the comments. Send us like a screenshot.
Yep, and we did not do a boat race this weekend. We'll do one next boat race. We'll do.
We also didn't do our ad read, guys.
Saturday night.
Do we do our ad read,
We're
MeUndies?
gonna punch
No,
that
we'll punch
in.
that in.
Okay.
Have a great
All
fucking
right.
day.